Testing.
Okay.
Testing.
Mic
Testing. Who's
mic
testing?
Mic test. Me too.
Okay.
All
Me
right.
too. If these walls could talk, they'd order a martini, where experiences are shaken, not staged.
What's this episode's martini called?
Today, it's called the Coastal Current. It's Grey Goose vodka with some fresh pineapple juice and coconut water. It's light, refreshing, slightly tropical without being too sugary. Delicious.
Sounds good. Unfortunately, I cannot drink that yet.
No, you cannot.
No, I cannot.
I would hold out. Just not before you're 21. Nobody should drink before they're 21. We should probably put that on the episodes for anybody who's listening. Anybody under 21 should not be drinking martinis. However, you know what? It could be a mocktail, which is also it's trending right now.
Yeah.
Even for adults, you can make this with just fresh pineapple juice and coconut water with some soda water.
Oh.
Give it a little fizz.
I like that.
Yeah.
Where have you been? What you been learning? What have you been doing these
Yeah.
past couple of weeks here?
Well, again, same thing, really heavy on the travel and then learning a lot. A couple of things that I really found out that I love. You know, everybody talks about these activation stations, right?
Yeah, tell me about
And
that.
how they're kind of for at least for us, you know, activation is not decor. It's really sometimes about participation. Go ahead and say that a couple times.
Yeah, right.
You know, participation, you know, and then that participation, you know, creating connections. And then the connections and so forth, that also builds, you know, retention, whether it's for all employee meetings, whether it's bringing in different people for an event who don't even know each other. And just, again, making sure you're, you know, creating those relationships. And sometimes that happens when you're making something. So one thing I saw that I really liked is coconut shucking. And it's interesting because I have coconut water in my martini. So maybe that came from the coconut that was shucked. Kidding. It didn't.
Okay. Tell me more about this coconut shucking stations.
As I mentioned before, coconut shucking is just something new and unique, especially if you are out coastal, right? So I would highly recommend anybody who's listening and you're looking for something new, fun, and trending, coconut shucking. And if you want more information, you know, follow us on social media. Feel free to reach out to me, Stacy, at Ideas NW, and that's STACY, the best way to spell Stacy, STACY at ideasnw.com. The other thing that we did and that we're going to do, and something that is really fun and unique, is in Austin. We have a client, actually a couple of clients, who are renting out Tecovas. And Tecovas is an incredible boot. And thanks to Heidi Kinney over at Lick Ice Cream, she is the one who knows the team there. We went in, we did a site visit. You can go in and rent that space out. You can go in and have each one of your guests pick a pair of boots. And when you're picking the pair of boots, you can either have them branded on the inside, or you can just, you know, have them remain whatever style you want. And while you're doing that, you can have a bite to eat. We've got live music going on, some really great country artists that's new and upcoming who will be playing. And then you can also go over and grab a bourbon, which kind of goes along the same lines as Tecovas, but you know me, I'm going to stick with my Tito's or my Grey Goose. So that's another way that, you know, to bring your group together for activation stations. And then I know I just mentioned Heidi with Lick Ice Cream, but also the other thing that we're doing is we're creating our own ice cream flavor bars.
And where was this?
So I'm doing it a couple different places. I'm doing it in Colorado, and I'm doing another one when we're in Florida. And it is exactly that. You come up and you get to pick your flavor, you get to pick your toppings.
Okay.
And it's kind of unique and fun to see different people like, oh, you like chocolate? I don't like chocolate. Crazy.
Trending and effective activations. So you've talked about coconut shucking, you've talked about boot branding and ice cream scooping.
Yeah, I've got more.
Now, wellness lounges. I've heard about that. Tell me more about that.
A lot of people have been doing this for a while, but
Yeah.
there are different ways to go about having a wellness lounge. And so we will have this one that's coming up. This will be in California. We're doing all the juices, all the vitamin B shots, all the trending things that go into just, our well-being. And then we'll have, again, areas that we can bring in furniture that is more of the lounge and more of the feeling of, I'm going to relax for a moment. We'll have headphones so they can listen to music. One thing that's unique about the wellness lounges that we are providing is we're bringing in those VR goggles, or the VR.
Virtual reality goggles?
Yeah.
Tell me, how does that connect with wellness?
Because we're going to let them escape to where they want to go. So let's just say they want to be in a hot air balloon floating over the ocean, or maybe they want to be taking a hike through the woods, or maybe they want to be sitting on a private yacht in the middle of the Caribbean. We're going to allow them to take 10 minutes to escape. So that's been pretty amazing. And then the other thing that I absolutely love are the edible selfies that are printed on anything, right?
So
you can
Do
go
they
up.
taste good?
Yeah, they still. I don't want to eat your face, but I'm just telling you that you could go in and have your picture taken, and we're going to throw that on a cookie, or maybe we're going to throw that on a latte, or maybe we're going to throw that on a crepe. And it's going to be the in face.
And why? Why do you do that?
Again,
is it just for fun, for funsies or something? Why do you want to eat people's faces?
Well, you know what? I'm telling you, because it's like that, it's, you want to see your face. You're like, oh my God, that's so cute. That turned out really well.
Oh, okay. So it's going to be your face.
It's your face. Okay. Yeah. So yes, it's our faces, and people love to take a look and, go, oh my gosh, that's my latte. I'm going to take a sip of it, and then gunk, gunk, gunk. And then all of a sudden your mouth and your nose and your whole face, are consumed.
Beautiful. I like that. How is Huntington?
Huntington Beach. You know what? They have the best sand there.
They do.
Mm-hmm. I really like it. Yeah, really pretty. But
tell me one thing that you like about it.
Huntington, I like the fact that it is located in California, because it's an easy, place to get to.
Yeah.
And then, you fly into Orange County, easiest airport. I love my airports. They're really tiny.
You really do love your airports, I swear.
So anyway, Orange County is another one. Burbank, Ontario, all of those. And you can get over there to Huntington Beach. We ended up using the Hyatt Huntington Beach this time, Aiden. And I'll tell you, I would let everybody know out there, if you're looking for a place that has that really cool vibe, good rates, great customer service, really a place that everybody is self-contained. If you've got a group of about 300, 400 people, it really worked well. And it was new for us. We did a site visit there a year ago.
Yeah.
When you go and you valet park your car, you show up and you're like, hey, here are my keys. And they take your keys, and then you go to get your car afterwards, and you might have to wait a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah. So try having 300 people at the end of a day
Go grab their cars.
Go grab their cars. I'm like, how does this work? So I had a long conversation with the Hyatt prior to this happening, because the event, as you know, was a one-day event for about 350 people. And at the end of the day, people just want to be done.
Yeah.
So I called the Hyatt and I said, hey, let's get the valet manager, let's get the sales manager together, and let's talk about what we can do. And what we came up with something fun. Again, going back to the activation stations, the Hyatt was kind enough to say, hey, we've got some stress balls that we can give away complimentary, which I like to. I always want to save the client, some money, little value there. I had this sign created. So when people are coming out, 300 people running, and all of a sudden they want to get their car, they get their stress balls, and we decided that we would come up with a sign, and the sign would say, enjoy the conversations while you wait in line. A few more laughs before it's time. If patience fades, give a stress ball a squeeze. Thanks for Thanks for the fun and great memories. So then they could see that.
I
It
really
kind of
love that.
alleviated it, their stress. But
Yeah.
this hotel had about 15 staff members, and in 20 minutes, every single person, the 300 people, had their cars and they were on their way. They all took a stress ball. They all grabbed a cup of coffee or fresh lemonade that we had waiting. And
Really?
it was really something that concluded the day nicely.
So
What
tell
else?
me one thing. What did you guys do at Huntington Beach? What was the event about?
Yeah, it was just a
It was
one
just
and
like
a half day event for one of our longtime clients, and we do it every year. So we're always looking for a fun and unique place in the LA area.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So let's talk about any closet moments.
Oh yeah, I had a closet moment.
So did you have a closet moment in Huntington Beach?
I did.
Okay, tell me about it.
Yeah, it just goes back to those things that you need to have clear direction given during your planning process, right? And you hope that your clients listen to you. You hope they engage. You hope that anything that is a conversation is more communication and collaboration. And if that isn't working, sometimes that creates unnecessary chaos. So that I had that happen, and it was during the day, and something that we had been planning for a long time took a turn because the person in charge of this specific engagement didn't have a good follow through, thought that they could do it better than what we had advised, and it actually didn't work out. So the really good news is once they realized it too, and we were able to talk about that, and the Ideas Northwest team took charge, ran with it, fixed it, and
it was you, Emily, Courtney, and Linda.
Yeah, it was all of us. You and Caitlin were holding down the fort around here.
Well, actually, last week I wasn't here at all, so
great.
I held down the fort at my house.
I hope nobody came in and actually, took anything, or if anybody wants to know our schedule, we don't even know our schedule. So you know what? There you go. Anyway, that coat closet moment came. It was fixed.
Yeah.
But again, if people can just remember, my advice to planners out there: stay the course. If you're communicating with a client and it's not reciprocal, put it in writing just to say, hey, here's what we offer, you decline. And then that way you know that it's now on their plate, but the back end, our team is working hard to have a backup plan. Then guess what?
Well, yes, go ahead.
I went to Austin, and that's where Tecovas came in. So anyway, that's just because planners don't sit still. And nothing really about Austin other than the fact it continues just to deliver bold destination-driven experiences, right? Like you can't go down there and not eat a really great, meal. The energy of Austin is fun. Have you been?
Austin? No, I have not.
You want to go?
I do want to go. That would be fun.
All right. Well, maybe in the next trip, we're going to have you go with us. We can record this podcast from Austin.
Yes, exactly.
Okay.
That'd be fun.
Yeah.
Stacey, what are we doing differently on our next podcast?
And I'm so glad you asked, because we are bringing in a special guest for the next episode.
Are we allowed to reveal their name?
No,
not yet?
No. Zip it. Keep her zipped right on up.
Zipped.
Yeah, zip. No, but we are going to bring in a special guest, and we're excited for this person to come in and share, well, number one, their tidbits, but I think they're going to be excited to come in and have a martini with us. And you know what we're going to do? We're going to actually have them bring in their favorite recipe. This is Stacey Ringer and
Aiden Sawicki.
And you've been listening to Martinis in a Coat Closet, recorded in the Ideas Northwest studios. Cheers to ideas and martinis.